Welcome back to my channel. I'm Tatianna Sawyer. It's been a while since I've posted a video, so thank you for still tuning in. I recently took a trip to Dallas, Texas. Before getting on the road, I treated my mom to a simple little hairstyle, nice little updo. The very next day, we got on the road way too early to drive to Dallas. The scenery was beautiful. It was something I really needed. We planned this trip because I'm in my 3rd trimester of pregnancy, and instead of doing something like a baby moon, I did a girls trip and my husband did a boys trip, and we chose Dallas. I used the city pass, and so for the first day we got to experience the Dallas Zoo. We got there at about 9:30. They open at 9, and we had a great time. They had lots of different animals that we could see. They had a petting zoo. They had different experiences that were like travel, pop-up events. We didn't go see that one. I think that one was about T-Rexes or something. But we mostly just looked at the animals. It was really hot, so we didn't stay for too long. Like I said, we got there at 9:30, and we were gone by 11. They did have misting fans all throughout the park, which I absolutely loved. They had benches, they had indoor seating with air conditioning. So it seems like they did what they could to make the heat bearable. But again, being in my 3rd trimester and the heat and walking around, I was just not trying to be there for a long time. They also had a little interactive park area that I got to try out that I was really taking note of for a time to come back after our baby is born. This was a really family friendly activity. They had lots of different events for the kiddos. They were also passing out free graham crackers. Overall, I would rate the Dallas Zoo 5 out of 5 giraffes. It was great. Like I said, the heat was a bit much, so I wouldn't recommend staying anywhere near 12. I would plan for multiple days if you want to see the whole zoo, and be aware you have to pay for parking. After that, we went to Johnny's, which is a restaurant. I heard that it's Neo's restaurant, the singer. So we got to try that out. It had a very club vibe to it. They had a DJ going. It was bumping. There was a lot of people there. It was really hype. It really wasn't my vibe because I was wanting something a little more low-key, a little more chill. The food was okay. The customer service was great. But again, the food, I had chicken and waffles. And if I'm having chicken and waffles, I expect my waffle to be a little crispy. And it was a soft waffle. But anyway, I would rate this 3 out of 5 chicken drums. Like I said, it's very hype. The food was decent. Customer service was great. But they automatically apply an 18% gratuity. And I didn't know that. So day 2, we got to enjoy the Texas Discovery Gardens. They didn't open until 10, so it was already pretty warm once we got there. We only stayed for about an hour, but the whole experience was completely beautiful. The Texas Discovery Gardens has multiple gardens within it. We only went to the butterfly portion of it because, like I said, it was really hot and I did not want to be out in the heat. Once you get into the building, there's this little kind of limbo area where they make you stand to try to keep you from letting the butterflies out. I'm gonna let you know right now, if you go, you basically have to have your nose touching the glass in order for the door to open. There's a butterfly sticker on the ground that tells you where to stand, and I was standing on it and the door wasn't opening. I started to panic. I felt myself hyperventilating. I started getting scared. I was gonna start banging on the windows. But yeah, you just have to get really close to it in order to open the doors. But once that happens, it's such a beautiful experience. The reveal on camera just doesn't do it justice of being in person. It's you go in and the sun is coming into the windows perfectly. The butterflies are all around. You can hear birds chirping. It's absolutely amazing. We stayed in this portion for an hour, just looking at butterflies, taking pictures, soaking in the beautiful scenery. They had amazing exotic looking flowers that I loved, and it was overall a very solid experience. My mom and I, we had a great time, and it's so beautiful. It's so peaceful. I could see myself grabbing a book and a club sandwich and sitting out here and just reading and staying out all day if it weren't so hot. They do give you a wristband when you go in, and as far as I know, you're allowed to leave and come back the same day as long as your wristband is still intact, so that's great. They also had free parking, and I looked online. It was saying that they only do the free parking if there's not like a big event going on, otherwise they'll charge for it. But we went on like a regular day, there wasn't anything special happening, so we got to take a part of the free parking, and it was pretty like reasonably close to the door. It wasn't that much of a walk to get inside. They had this beautiful creek, and like I said, it was just an amazing experience.
It's so beautiful here.
Overall, I would rate the Texas Discovery Gardens 5 out of 5 butterflies. Like I said, it was really hot, but they can't really control that. Everything was beautiful. It was well maintained. I got a lot of good pictures, and my mom and I had a really great time. After that, it was about lunchtime, and I was ready to eat. We headed over to the vegan food house, and as it says in the name, it is a vegan restaurant. This restaurant was a lot more my vibe. It had like a chill coffee shop atmosphere to it. We were one of the first people to walk in the door, so in this clip, it looks pretty empty. The food was amazing. It was very flavorful. I had the chicken fried mushrooms with mac and cheese, spinach, and corn. The mac was one of my favorites. Like I said, it's vegan mac, so it doesn't taste like regular mac, but it's still really good. I would rate this experience 4 out of 5 sprouts, because I ordered another appetizer. The lady was so rude about it. So my uncle actually treated us to this meal, and he got some boudin balls that were amazing. The plating was so beautiful. They had the sauce as a base at the bottom, and then the boudin balls, and then it was topped with like microgreen sprouts. So we dug into it so quickly that I didn't even get a picture of it. And I was like, oh my goodness, like I have to get a picture of this. I need to show people like how beautiful it is. So I ordered another one, and they put it in as a to-go order, even though I didn't ask them to. And so I got it in this little box, and in the box there wasn't any sprouts, and it just wasn't as cute. So I went up there and I was like, hey, can I just get a pinch of sprouts? Thinking like, okay, I'm gonna try to fix it up as close to how she had it so I can take this picture and put it in my video. And she was like, oh, we don't do sprouts on to-go orders. And that just threw me off, because I paid for that portion of it, my extra appetizer, and I left a tip. So I paid more to get less, and she was tripping about some sprouts. So anyway, I'm giving her a 4 out of 5 sprouts on this experience, because that was really petty and weird. But overall, the food was really good. I love the atmosphere, and I will probably be back. On day 3, we were back in the city. We did a little bit of sightseeing, and we also got to see the Perot Museum. We started our day later in the afternoon because we just wanted to have afternoon activities. We also wanted to sleep in, and Dallas traffic is freaking horrible, and I needed a break. So we stayed in until about 4, then we headed over to the Perot Museum. I have been here once before, probably about 5 to 7 years ago, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed, because it's basically the same. It's all the same stuff. They did have an additional exhibit that I think was also about T-Rexes, like at the zoo. I don't know if they coordinate these things on purpose, intentionally, or what, but we didn't do the additional exhibit. With our city pass, it came with the viewing of some sort of animation, but we got there so late, like later than what we had planned to, that we missed that portion of it. Overall though, it was a pretty decent experience. Like I said, it was something that I'd seen before, and in all that time, like 5 to 7 years, almost nothing had changed. If you enjoy like reading every little thing and learning that way, I think it could be a good experience for you, and you could probably, benefit a lot more from it than what I did. But I like my museum experience to either be visual or to be hands-on, and there wasn't a lot for me visually. There were some things like this, I guess it's supposed to be like a visual of the water flow. It reminded me a lot of Van Gogh, who's one of my favorite painters. They did have this hands-on little experience where you could learn about how they find their partners in the animal kingdom, and some of this is relevant to human dating. Like they were saying that the male has to build a house and it needs to be approved, and you need to court the men, need to court the women, and all this other stuff. And I was like, yes, somebody needs to write a book about how the animals are doing it right in this sense. So anyway, I got to click around, I got to play around with a few things. As you saw before, there was this little like 3D model of a bird flying where it was a simulation and you could be a bird and go through the obstacles, and that was, I don't know if fun's the word, but it was interactive. It was something to do, and I was in the AC, so that was great. So that was great. We also got to look around at some of the animals that they had, the taxidermy animals, I suppose. Some of them look very, very realistic. Like this cheetah, I felt like the longer I was looking at it, it was gonna blink or growl at me, and it was kind of crazy, like how real it actually looked. I don't know if they actually taxidermied a live cheetah, or if this was all like artistically done, but it was very well done. My mom and I, we made the most of the situation. Like I said, we are very hands-on people, so some of the most fun parts of the museum were the kids areas. They had a children's museum on the bottom floor that I absolutely loved. It was my favorite part of the whole event. It was very colorful, it was very vibrant. It's a lot more than what I have in the video, just because there were a lot of kids and I didn't want to invade anyone's privacy. So I tried to get as much footage as I could without like exposing any kids. So this was some of the interactive models that they had. This one was the deep sea floor. They also had like a rain tropical one where you would step in certain areas and it would play music. And overall, it was, this portion of it was more like visually and hands-on stimulating. If I had like a little kid with me, I would definitely be like in the ball pits having more fun, because I am and always will be a kid at heart. But like I said, this was pretty awesome. It was great. Overall, I would give it a pretty solid rating, maybe like a 4 out of 5, just because they didn't really do anything new. They didn't do anything different, but what they did have, it was well enough. After that, we went to El Phoenix, which is just right across the street from the Perot. I really love this restaurant. Out of all the places that we've been to, this one was one of my favorites. I love the atmosphere. The customer service was really great. We were served promptly. There were a lot of areas to take pictures. They even had some history about how it even like came to be. The food was freaking amazing. My mom and I, we ordered steak fajitas for 2, and it was basically like 1 entree, but it was double entree so that 2 people could eat off of it. And even so, we still had leftovers for the both of us, so we ate there and then we took some to go and we had it as like a little late night snack. I don't drink, but the bar area was very aesthetically pleasing. They had like a beer bottle chandelier that I really enjoyed. I would rate this 5 out of 5 tacos. It was really good. The value was great. Customer service was awesome. It was beautiful. Overall, I would really, recommend going back. After that, we went to watch the sunset at the Reunion Tower. This was also a part of the City Pass, which allows you to visit multiple attractions at a discounted price. So the zoo, the Perot Museum, the Reunion Tower, and then we had the option to choose from either the Presidential Museum or the Holocaust Museum, which we were initially planning to stay for 4 days. But again, dealing with Dallas traffic was so horrible that on the 4th day, we were both just like, let's just sleep in. So we stayed home and we did not want to get out and deal with that traffic. So we missed out on the last little adventure that we could have had with the City Pass. But I think overall, we still got like a pretty good value for what we paid with the passes. Going up to the Reunion Tower, it was so beautiful. They had the elevator with windows on it so you could see yourself going up, but they also had a screen at the top in case you don't want to look out as you're going up. You can kind of have something else to look at. I also got to watch a proposal, which was super cute. It was basically like as soon as you walk in, someone had that set up, and it was so beautiful, and the sun was setting, and it was just romantic. And I was like, oh my goodness, girl, yes, I'm so happy for you. But yeah, we were able to get a lot of pictures. We were able to see the sunset. I got to, really be in the moment. It was a lot cooler at this portion of the day because the sun was setting. It was later in the day. It was a bit humid, but it really wasn't too bad. And then if it gets too hot, you can always go inside and take a seat and soak up some air conditioning. They also had a snack bar, a bar where you could get a drink. But yeah, it was just an overall really great experience. The view was absolutely amazing. We got to take a lot of great pictures. It was quite the experience though, because I'm not someone who I would consider like afraid of heights, but I was looking down. And I don't know if you've ever seen those horror movies where like they're running down a hallway and then the hallway gets longer. That's what I felt like. Like the longer that I looked down, the higher up it felt like I was. And I was like, I need to look out and not down because this is actually going to make me sick. So anyway, everything just seems so small. It's like little ant people, and it just puts a different perspective on things. But anyway, we got to watch the sunset and really embrace this experience. You are required to make a reservation in order to get in. And so like I said, we got there at about 8 or 8:30, but we were able to stay until like 10 o'clock. No one like really kicked us out or anything. And I would even say that the nighttime views are even better. So if you have a chance to go during sunset, I would definitely recommend it. I gave this overall experience a 5 out of 5 microphones. It was very well maintained. It was clean. The customer service was good. And if you're in Dallas and you don't go to the Reunion Tower, what are you even doing? So that wrapped up our 3-day little trip to Dallas. Overall, I would give it 4 out of 5 cars because the traffic is terrible. I freaking hate Dallas traffic. Like, in the future, if I did go back, I would probably take my car up there, find an all-day parking area, and then just take the ferry to get around within the city, or the subway or the train or whatever it's called. But the parking is ridiculous. The traffic is crazy. And that was probably the thing that brought it down from 5 out of 5. But like I said, overall, we had a great experience. We made some memorable moments, and these are all the things that I would recommend doing if you want like a low-key, very chill type of vacation, just a little small getaway. For everything, I spent less than $400, and it covered the cost of 2 people to do these activities, to go to restaurants. I was also able to treat other members of my family. We got souvenirs. We were there for 3 days, and most of that went to gas and parking. So hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time.